Welcome to Certification Terminal, your ultimate destination for all certifications. We are thrilled to have you here. Today, we're diving into another video of CISA Certification Practice Exams series. Let's dive in. Question number 1. In an IS controls audit, which of the following documents would be considered the most crucial? Option A, organizational blueprint showing entry and exit into the unit. Option B, IS asset inventory and register. Option C, quality and human resource manual. Option D, IT networks and firewall documents. The correct answer is Option B, IS asset inventory and register. In an IS controls audit, an IS asset inventory and register are crucial documents. They provide comprehensive information about the organization's information systems, including hardware, software, data, and other assets. This inventory helps auditors identify and assess the effectiveness of controls in place to protect these assets from unauthorized access, loss, or damage. Question number 2. A critical business applications technical lead recently left the company. Now, the development environment server accessible to the whole team shows signs of suspicious activity. If a forensic investigation is conducted, what would be the most concerning control deficiency to identify? Option A, audit logs are not enabled for the development server. Option B, scripts unrelated to the project found on the server. Option C, unauthorized software package installed on the server. Option D, user ID belonging to Bob not removed. The correct answer is Option A, audit logs are not enabled for the development server. The absence of audit logs is a critical control deficiency. Audit logs track all activity on a server, including user access, file modifications, and software installations. Without them, investigators cannot reconstruct the timeline of events, identify who accessed the server, or what actions they performed. This makes it incredibly difficult to determine the nature and source of the suspicious activity. Logs record timestamps, user IDs, actions taken, essential clues to pinpoint suspicious logins, file modifications, or software installations. Logs provide a chronological record of events, helping investigators understand the sequence of actions and identify potential correlations. Logs show who accessed the server and what they did, aiding in identifying potential culprits and assessing their actions. Question number 3. Who holds the primary duty for safeguarding entrusted information assets on a day-to-day basis by defining data access, sensitivity levels, access types, and following corporate information security policies? Option A, end user. Option B, security officer. Option C, data owner. Option D, senior management. The correct answer is Option C, data owner. They are the individuals or teams within an organization who are ultimately accountable for the information's accuracy, integrity, confidentiality, and availability. This includes defining who can access the data, its sensitivity level, the type of access granted, and ensuring compliance with information security policies. The concept of data ownership emphasizes accountability. Data owners are responsible for understanding the value and risks associated with the data they manage. By defining access controls, sensitivity levels, and access types, data owners ensure that the information is protected based on its importance and only accessed by authorized personnel with the appropriate permissions. Data owners also play a crucial role in ensuring compliance with information security policies and regulations. Question number 4. What approach should auditors take to address problems uncovered during an audit? Option A, by deciding if the problem is minor or major, and then providing the advice and solution to the auditee while taking the business impact into consideration. Option B, by never taking the ownership of issues and providing advising the auditee in general, including a clarification of what need to be looked while performing the audit. Option C, by helping the auditees in outlining the steps required to solve the problem. Option D, by taking the responsibility of the issue and contributing in the design of the plan to fix the problem. The correct answer is Option C, by helping the auditees in outlining the steps required to solve the problem. It emphasizes helping auditees outline the steps required to solve the problem, aligns best with the role and responsibilities of auditors in addressing issues uncovered during an audit. Auditors should collaborate with auditees to understand the root causes of the issues identified during the audit and assist them in outlining the necessary steps to address and rectify these problems. This approach promotes a cooperative and constructive relationship between auditors and auditees, facilitating effective problem solving. Question number 5. What attribute is considered the most crucial for an effective key risk indicator? Option A, it provides quantitative metrics. Option B, it is predictive of a risk event. Option C, it is accurate and reliable. Option D, it indicates required action. The correct answer is Option B, it is predictive of a risk event. While accuracy, reliability, quantitative metrics, and actionable insights are all important attributes for effective KRIs, the most crucial attribute is their ability to predict or forecast risk events, enabling organizations to take proactive measures to address potential risks before they escalate. Predictive KRIs provide early warnings or signals of impending risk events, allowing organizations to take proactive measures to mitigate or manage risks before they materialize. By focusing on indicators that predict future risk events, organizations can enhance their ability to prevent or minimize the impact of adverse events, thereby improving overall risk management effectiveness. Question number 6. What is the most significant factor driving the need for periodic updates to an IT risk assessment? Option A, comply with data classification changes. Option B, react to changes in the IT environment. Option C, comply with risk management policies. Option D, utilize IT resources in a cost-effective manner. The correct answer is Option B, react to changes in the IT environment. Reacting to changes in the IT environment is the most significant factor driving the need for periodic updates to an IT risk assessment. This ensures that the assessment remains relevant and effective in identifying and managing risks associated with evolving IT systems, processes, and threats. The IT environment is constantly evolving with technological advancements, changes in business processes, regulatory requirements, emerging threats, and other factors. Periodic updates to the risk assessment ensure that it remains current and relevant, allowing organizations to identify and address new or evolving risks promptly. Question number 7. What action should the CISA take if, during the closing meeting, the auditee reveals that corrective measures have been applied to address a finding? Option A, not include this finding in the final report. Option B, close the finding without further investigation or documentation. Option C, document the corrective measures internally, but exclude the finding from the final report. Option D, include the finding in the final report, detailing the corrective measures that have been applied. The correct answer is Option D, include the finding in the final report, detailing the corrective measures that have been applied. It ensures comprehensive reporting of the audit findings and the actions taken to address them, fostering transparency and accountability in the audit process. Additionally, detailing the corrective measures applied allows stakeholders to understand how the issue has been addressed and mitigated. This approach promotes accountability and helps prevent the recurrence of similar issues in the future. Question number 8. Bob, an information systems auditor employed at Certification Terminal, conducted an examination of the bank's network usage. During the review, it was observed that traffic on a specific communication line, responsible for synchronously linking the database between the primary and secondary data centers, consistently reaches 90% of the line capacity. Based on this finding, what should Bob conclude? Option A, further detailed study is required to identify a potential service disrupting weakness. Option B, no further action is necessary, as the network capacity is adequate. Option C, IT management must immediately act to reduce the traffic demands or equally distribute the workload across the service hours. Option D, IT management must immediately augment the network capacity to lower the saturation levels. The correct answer is Option C, IT management must immediately act to reduce the traffic demands or equally distribute the workload across the service hours. A CISA auditor should promote proactive risk management. In this scenario, Bob should recommend actions to address the high network utilization before it disrupts critical data replication between data centers. This could involve optimizing data transfer processes, scheduling data synchronization during off-peak hours, or exploring alternative bandwidth options. When traffic consistently reaches 90% of the line capacity, it suggests that the network is operating at near full capacity, which increases the risk of congestion, latency, and potential service disruptions. Therefore, IT management should take immediate action to either reduce the traffic demands by optimizing network usage or equally distribute the workload across different service hours to alleviate congestion and ensure optimal network performance. Question number 9. When building a new software system, during which development phase should quality checks first happen to catch problems early? Option A, at pre-implementation planning. Option B, during the feasibility study. Option C, immediately prior to user acceptance testing. Option D, as a part of the user requirements definition. The correct answer is Option D, as a part of the user requirements definition. Conducting quality checks as a part of the user requirements definition phase is crucial for catching problems early in the software development process. This helps ensure that the software solution aligns with stakeholder expectations, reduces the likelihood of rework, and ultimately leads to a higher quality end product. The CISA exam emphasizes the importance of the system development lifecycle and the integration of quality assurance throughout the process. Initiating QA activities early, such as during user requirement definition, is a core best practice for achieving successful software development. Question number 10. What is the definition of a critical success factor? Option A, a factor that is necessary for an organization or project to achieve its mission. Option B, something that needs to happen perfectly each time. Option C, an asset that needs to be planned. Option D, a score or measure of efficiency. The correct answer is Option A, a factor that is necessary for an organization or project to achieve its mission. A critical success factor is a term used in strategic management and project management to refer to specific elements that are essential for the success of an organization or project. These factors represent the areas or activities that are absolutely crucial for achieving the desired goals and objectives. Thanks for watching. We'll meet you in the next video.